Happy Monstering, and welcome to another episode of My Singing Monsters Live, your one-stop shop for everything to do with My Singing Monsters. We are your hosts, Monster Handler Matt, and I'm so excited to welcome to My Singing Monsters Live for the very first time, Monster Handler Christina. Everyone say, hi, Christina! Hi. Here she is. And what is it that you do at Big Blue Bubble in your Monster Handler role, Christina?
I do quality assurance and customer service representative.
Nice. So you are the first line of defense, looking for bugs, testing functionality, stuff like that. So is it a job that you enjoy?
Yes, I like making sure the game doesn't explode.
Yes. Explosions are not... Game. Yes, exactly. Explosions are not what we're going for, and certainly not what we are here to talk about on the show today. We've got lots of exciting stuff to talk about today, but first, a couple of housekeeping items that we always go through at the beginning of every episode of My Singing Monsters Live. The first is the giveaway. Every episode of My Singing Monsters Live, we do a giveaway, and the way that you are eligible to enter into the giveaway is that you need only put exclamation mark giveaway, and you type that in the chat, exclamation mark giveaway, and then you'll automatically be entered to win. It's a very exciting thing. We do it every single episode. And what is the prize? Shh, it's a surprise. We always keep it as a surprise. Yes, to the end of the episode. So, Christina, don't give them any hints.
Try not to.
All right, lips sealed. And the other thing that we wanted to mention today is just a quick reminder to the community that if, for whatever reason, you have stumbled upon or happened across leaks of unreleased content in either My Singing Monsters or Dawn of Fire, we ask that you don't share or comment those on any of our official social media channels. We work really hard, us Monster Handlers, trying to build up the element of surprise, and so that it is an exciting reveal for the community. So even if you have seen it, if you could refrain from commenting saying, oh, I've seen this already, because it sometimes that encourages other people to go looking for it, and then they're spoiled too, and it's not a very nice thing to do. So that's just a quick reminder to the community that if you've seen something that is not yet in game, perhaps enjoy privately, keep it to yourself, and would try and keep the surprise going for as many other members of the community as possible. Okay, sermon over. That's it. Let's get to today's exciting stuff. Usually at this point we do an on this day, but you know what? This day, March 13th, nothing happened. lots of exciting events very close to this day in Monster World history. I believe the Wordos were first released close to around this day, same thing with Dipsters, but nothing specifically on this day. So let's just get right into the exciting sales and special offers and promotions that are happening this weekend in the My Singing Monsters series of games. To begin, we've got Natural Rares available for the first time on Fire Oasis. Some keen-eyed members of the community may have seen them added to the Book of Monsters page last week when Rare Wallaby made its debut, but they were holding off. They gotta hold on. They gotta hold out for a hero, and the heroes are here. So that means that Rare Tweedle, Rare Toejammer, Rare Mammoth, Rare Quibble, Rare Pango, Rare Maw, and Rare Kongler are available to buy for the very first time on Fire Oasis. So make sure that you pick those up this weekend only. In addition to that, we've got the Rare When You Need 'Em promotion, in which natural rares are available on both Fire Haven and Sugarbush Island. So that's a whole crew of them. That's 7 rare monsters on each of those islands. They've been released previously, but you know what? Now's the time to pick some of them up if you're missing any for your collections, and it's worth noting that the specified rares are only available on the Fire Islands and Sugarbush Island this weekend. What else is going on is that we've got our Stuff of Legend promotion, in which you get 50% off Sugarbush on both Plant Island and Sugarbush Island, as well as that eccentric member of the Sugar Fam, Sugarbuzz. That's this weekend only. And you get 25 to 50% more in all diamond packs. The more you get, the better the value. And last but not least in My Singing Monsters, you get 3 times more currency in the diamond, coin, and treat offer walls this weekend. It's our spring sale. So make sure to take advantage of that. Heading over to Dawn of Fire was also an exciting week because Prismatic Noggin was released on Party and Space Islands for the very first time. A very exciting rare. Sort of morphed into a jar of sorts, filled with different
fillings.
Yes, fillings and jellies and stuff like that. In addition to that, this weekend we've got 50% off featured Outer Island themed decorations. These, hey big spender, are the most expensive of their kinds, and you know what? There's a Starhenge themed decoration in there. Not technically an Outer Island, but you know what? For the purposes of this sale, why don't we throw it in? Anyway, we also get 25 to 50% more in diamond and coin packs in Dawn of Fire as well. Once again, the more you get, the better the value. And finally, you get 2 times more in the diamond and the coin offer walls this weekend. Phew! There's a lot going on this weekend, so make sure that you're on top of things. This weekend is the last opportunity for you to go into the Prism Gate and get those different colors of prismatic noggins that you're after. It's been available since Wednesday, but this weekend will be your final opportunity. Oh, so much going on, but you know what else is going on right now? Christina is going to ask me some questions, part of a segment that we like to call Quick Questions. Quick questions, and I will be doing the answering, and you will be doing the asking. We've got some questions prepared from the community. All right, Christina, hit me.
All right, need your quick thinking for this one.
Yes, I will try and think as quickly as possible.
So from Agent MSM, are prismatic noggins jellies edible to other monsters?
Ooh, being such a brand new monster known to monsterology science, I don't think anyone has been brave enough yet to actually pop the cork on any of the prismatic noggins and sample them. Certainly some of them look like they'd be very tasty. Less so the green prismatic noggin and more so, say, the orange or the yellow or the red, all sorts of like fruits. Yeah, blueberries. And there's honey there in the yellow, the rarest of the prismatic noggins. So I have no doubt that they're probably very tasty, but maybe it's not exactly polite to sample one's sort of gooey innards.
Take someone's hat
Yeah,
off.
exactly.
Yeah,
it would be like the
hat's
equivalent of you taking off my
I wouldn't
hat
do
and
that.
trying to scoop out. Yeah, you know what? Maybe that's like we'll have to satisfy our curiosity just by sort of imagining what they taste
Stick
like.
to the bakery.
Exactly. Stick to the bakery. That's good advice.
So, actually, adding on to that question from Alexander Carlos, is green prismatic noggin supposed to be dangerous for the other monsters because it is radioactive?
It certainly would suggest that one specifically not to be consumed, whether you think it's tasty or not. I am sure that any radioactivity coming off of the green prismatic noggin is at an acceptable level. Did you know the bananas are radioactive? That's the banana equivalent dose. If you eat enough bananas, you'll become even more radioactive than green prismatic noggin. So, ye be warned. Don't eat too many bananas, but I'm sure.
No prismatic.
Exactly. So just take it easy with your bananas, and don't worry about green prismatic noggin. I'm sure it's totally safe.
Now, another one for prismatics from Leah. Why are the prismatics, at least fur corn, so slimy?
What we've tried to do with the prismatics in their design is try and make them unlike their natural counterparts. So if fur corn regularly is sort of a soft, silky pelt, we tried to imagine what would be the opposite of that, passing through the molecularly changing properties of the Prism Gate dimension. So that's why we sort of went with the slimy, gooey exterior on the prismatic fur corn. Just something fun that we thought would be, you could still sort of recognize that it was fur corn, but then be different.
Does that make it slime corn?
I think we've coined a new term here on My
We've
Sing
done
Monsters
it.
Live, slime corn.
No
So
more
that,
fur.
I think that maybe is sort of like the nickname given by the other monsters, being like, oh, is fur corn coming to the party, or is it his cousin slime corn? Yeah. Oh, I really like that. I like that. Oh, we're coming up with some good stuff today on My Sing Monsters Live.
So, from Starburst Clown, why have the rares come to Fire Oasis now? Could there be a specific reason?
And I don't think that there's ever not a good reason for rares to make their way to Fire Oasis, but it is a good point because the rares of Fire Haven first arrived when Fire Oasis was first built. An interesting notion. So far as our monster research suggests, no new Fire Islands on the horizon for the time being. I think it's just one of those things where Fire Oasis has been established for so long, it'll be celebrating its first birthday in June of 2020, but it's been around long enough that, you know, the rares perhaps keeping a safe distance before and being like, is this a suitable habitat for me finally have decided, okay, yes,
It's fine. It's
yes, this is safe. This is acceptable. This meets all monster code specifications.
So, from Grim80, what is your favorite prismatic monster?
I'll answer mine and then I'll ask you yours, Christina. Of the prismatics that have been discovered to date, because of course there are still more to be discovered coming in the future. Of the prismatic monsters that have been discovered to date, I think that
Too many choices.
Too many choices. Perhaps this is a biased answer, but I like prismatic Tweedle
Oh.
the best. I just like the fact that the wings have become these big sort of mitts,
Yes.
and there's all the different sort of appendages and adornments on the different bodies. I just really like them. They feel certainly no longer bird-like. They've got sort of that frog-like mouth. Yeah, they're definitely different. I think prismatic Tweedle might be my answer. Do you have a favorite prismatic?
Yes. Not surprisingly, it is prismatic noggin.
Prismatic noggin,
It is
yes.
prismatic
Definitely
noggin.
a
It is
winner.
especially blueberry.
Mm.
Blueberry prismatic noggin.
Yes, yeah, that is definitely a cute one. And such great expression, such great faces on the
Exactly.
prismatic noggins as well. Oh, aren't they sweet? Okay.
So, MSM Pokegamer MPG, have there been any advancements on discovering whose foot this is? As you have mentioned before, it has an extraordinary resemblance to Magpie.
Monster Handler Eric, who is operating our camera today. So everyone say hi, Monster Handler Eric. Monster Handler Eric, have you pulled up the image in question? Is it possible for the community to see what it is that is being referred to here?
On the screen.
Yes.
Give me 1 second. Talk about
Okay,
it.
we're going to talk about it, and then Monster Handler Eric is going to pull up the forensic evidence. Back when we were collaborating with Blabbit on our Following the Trail documentary series, there were all sorts of clues that were supposedly leading us towards the identity of a certain horned monster hoppeting all the way through the underwater depths of the living ocean. And we discovered this one particular footprint along the way, which for a while we thought belonged to the monster, to the creature in question, but then as we took a closer look, it didn't necessarily match the foot of what ended up being the epic Blabbit that was discovered last extravaganza. So this different footprint certainly looks like it might have been left by the aforementioned Wordo, but I don't know if there's any further evidence to suggest that. I don't know. It's hard to say. I couldn't say for sure. So, we hope that you perhaps go and continue your own research and investigations by going to go check out our Following the Trail series on our YouTube channel, and you'll see the footprint in question in part 1, if I'm not mistaken, of Following the Trail back in 2019. All right, what is the next question?
Oh, okay. This one might tease your brain.
Mm-hmm.
What happens inside the egg of the monsters?
What happens inside the egg? Well, it's certainly an interesting question because eggs of the monsters sort of work a lot more like spores. They're more a complete sort of copy of the monster's genetic and elemental material. So the egg itself, as the monster incubates in the nursery, it sort of builds in musical potential, and then all of a sudden when it hatches, there's sort of a flash of light. It's sort of hard to describe, and it's a little different with each monster, but then suddenly there is the fully formed monster. There's certainly what can be described as a hatching process, but it all happens very quickly, and then suddenly the monster is there. And of course, recently, new looks for all of the rare and epic eggs for the rare and epic monsters were revealed, so it's much easier now to identify at a glance what monster it is that you're incubating in the nursery.
Right, so I hope that answers your question, MSM Fredo. And the next question is Imperial. So if a Whimsy's body is full of air, does that mean its own foot is heavier than its own body?
Based on my understanding of the relative density of the Whimsy body and of the Whimsy foot, yes, I believe that the Whimsy foot being a bit more solid, a bit more substantial than the Whimsy body, is actually super helpful in actually keeping the Whimsy grounded in location with its other Whimsy friends so that it doesn't simply drift away on the breeze. Exactly, and especially because it is native to Fairy Island, a lot of billowy clouds in the region, and a lot of gusts of winds. You want to make sure that you sort of stay where it is that you want to go, and you don't float away.
It can be tempting to go to those clouds.
Exactly, they look so beautiful.
Yes.
They look so. If there was a monster name for the clouds, we've got cumulonimbus, we've got cirrus, perhaps monstrous clouds with just a US at the end. Monstrous clouds. Okay, so those are all the questions that I could answer somewhat confidently. Now comes the time in the show when I have to answer a question not confidently at all, and that is the section that we like to call Stump of the Week. Stump of the Week. So Christina is going to ask me a question that has been posed by a community member in an attempt to bamboozle me and make sure that I don't know the correct answer, and I will try my best to answer it, but I don't have a great success rate. So wish me luck, Christina, and why don't you fire the question out.
So you need your counting pants on for this question.
Okay, I got counting pants are on.
Perfect.
Yes.
So Mario Gamer 119 asks, how many rare monsters have more eyes than its common counterpart?
How many rare monsters have more eyes than its common counterpart? Not that many, but I'll try and name a few. There's rare Gelbilly. There is rare Nebulob. There is, this is going to be a big list. So you know what, I'm just going to pluck a number out of the air and hope for the best. I'm going to say 11. 11.
Final answer?
That's the final answer, locked in, 11. And Monster Handler Eric is revealing the answer. I will close my eyes so that Christina can read it out to me and tell me the good or bad news.
Oh, are you sure you want to change your answer? It's 12. 1 off.
No. I was one monster off. All right, stumped. Yes, I've been stumped once again, but I came so close. In the end, it doesn't really matter. But you know what? What does matter is that now we're going to check out some amazing monster pieces that have been sent in by the community, and we're going to admire them in all of their beauty. So, Monster Handler Eric, have we got the first one up? We got the first one up. This one from Vaccino21 is a beautiful little scene here depicting an epic shrub trying to scare the Wublin Wadja. And you can see the epic shrub normally sort of crouched with bent legs.
Not today.
Yes, it full extension and sort of those big piercing eyes. But Wadja looks unfazed.
Nope.
Looks sort of
Not afraid.
yes, not reacting.
Not with those feathers.
No, exactly. The feathers sort of are sort of a
like
defense
protective,
mechanism, being
yes.
like exactly, I'm fine. And it's all good. I love this monster piece. It's always fun to imagine interactions between the monsters. Well done. Ooh, Midnight here has a beautiful, very cool cartoony style of an adult Glowl. Love this, and you can especially see the awesome effects that they've added to those torch feather tails. Very nice, very nice. And sort of a cloud-like quality to the wings. Very cool. Oh, a perfect name for the user who submitted this. Pixel put in this version of a Pixelotl. A Wublin. Very interesting interpretation there. I like
the colors.
Yeah, I like the background as well. It almost looks like it's sitting in sort of a computer game.
Pixel.
Exactly. Yeah, that's sort of a pixel environment. I love it. Well done, Pixel, on your Pixelotl.
Ooh.
Cool. RetroPix here has a beautiful image of Wubox and Rare Wubox hanging out.
I like how they've made them more cartoony.
Yes.
Big eyes. Love that.
Yeah, and I love the attention to detail that's been included here. All the things that make Rare Wubox different than a common Wubox. Well done. And I think that they've done a good job of capturing the personalities, too.
Yeah, for sure.
You can
They're
see
playful.
Exactly. The expressions on the faces, they look great. Well done, RetroPix. Whoa.
Oh, this one is funky.
This is awesome.
Yes.
From Spider Nichols. Again, a great username for this monster piece. This is the Celestial Ludwig, the Celestial of Shadow here. A great sort of action angle and great use of the red, monochromatic rendering of this monster, and lots of great detail in the background
yes,
there.
background.
Yes,
Amazing.
love it.
This is really cool.
Yeah, sort of a representation perhaps of the shadow elemental
all the shadows
energy.
in the background.
I love that. Well done, Spider Nichols. Whoa, here we have an image of all of the Plant Island monsters that have been put together in
All
one
hanging
big family portrait. Which one is your favorite? Do you have a favorite depicted here, Christina?
I like Sugar Bush.
Yeah.
Sugar Bush in the background.
Yeah, I like that too. I like Gaju right beside Sugar Bush as well with its
Both in
eyes.
the back observing.
Exactly, just taking it easy. Well done. Awesome. Oh, here we have quite a number of clay
Yes.
monster pieces with specific attention on the Bisonorous that they've created. Of course, Bisonorous comes from the Dawn of Fire era, and but you could say comfortably that it is alive and well today because there it is in all its glory.
Attention to
Beautiful.
detail on the horns, very nice.
Yes.
Oh.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
Here is quite a twisted interpretation of a rare maw from Wormance. I thought it was Wormantis, but it's just Wormance.
This is impressive.
Luckily, in game, the rare maw that you can get is not quite so fearsome. The rare maw
a little
available,
friendlier.
exactly, much friendlier, and is available to buy or breed this weekend on Fire Oasis for the very first time. And that one's a lot cuter. But you know what? This one has a specific charm to it in its
do
own
like
right.
it.
I think it's. I love the
I
love the
style.
barely open eyes.
Yes.
It looks
One's
like it's
kind of on.
exactly.
slant,
It's
yeah.
consumed a lot of cupcakes,
You can
perhaps.
tell.
Yes, and is in a bit of a food coma there. Well done, Wormance. From ZCH, we have a barb that looks like perhaps it has fallen prey to one of Gloptic's gloptical illusions on Psychic Island. Barb, of course, a native of Fire Haven. Don't know what it would be doing with gloptical
Yeah.
illusions, but certainly the eyes, you can see one's doing one thing, one's doing the
You can
other.
see the color, everything too, you know.
Yeah, you can. Yes, there's a
Gloptic
swirling
together,
background.
yeah.
You know that there's all sorts of psionic hijinks at play. All right, and we've got one more monster piece to check out, and whoa,
Whoa.
cool! Zesty at best has this absolutely stunning interpretation
Very zesty.
of the yellow prismatic mammoth. Wow, really dig
Very, very
that
nice.
one. Love the eyes
The horns too.
and the shading, yeah, and the
Details on the
background.
rock, yeah.
Very, very, very exciting. Well done, Zesty at best. All right, those are all the monster pieces that we had to take a look at today. It's now time to choose our giveaway winner. So while we get the last few exclamation point giveaways in, I'm just so excited because, you know, it's the month of March,
Yep.
Christina, and, you know, typically lots of exciting things happen this month. We've already had a bunch of new things discovered. We've had prismatics in Dawn of Fire. We had rare Willoughby, and I'm just so excited for what's to come in the next couple of weeks. I think it's going to be
You're gonna be eager.
very exciting. I'm looking forward to it. I'm very excited by it. I'm thrilled. I'm super pumped. But I'm also pumped to announce that we have the winner of our giveaway today. And would you like to pronounce that name, or would you like to give me the drum roll?
That's a tough one.
You know what? I think you should give me the drum
I'll
roll
give
because
you the
I'm
drum
going
roll.
to try and
think
attack
you-
this
you
username
will
and
do
see if
this
I
one.
pronounce it correctly. All right, drum roll, please. The winner of today's giveaway is Huib Hogenstein. Huib Hogenstein. Congratulations, Huib. This is very exciting. You have a choice. You have a choice to make for this giveaway today. You can either send us your My Singing Monsters friend code /BBB ID and receive a rare Kongle on Fire Oasis, or you can send us your Dawn of Fire support ID and you will receive a yellow prismatic noggin, the rarest of all the noggins. So burdened with choice, burdened with all of these options in front of you, we hope that you make the right decision. We know what decision you're going to make will be the right one. That's the best part of it. So please send us your BBB ID /friend code of My Singing Monsters or your support ID for Dawn of Fire to let us know which of those prizes you would like to claim today. Okay, so the last thing we do before we sign off here on My Singing Monsters Live, of course, is we feature a composer piece created in our My Singing Monsters composer app. And I thought that this one was perfectly appropriate for this episode, since this was the episode where we talked about Prismatic Noggin, and it's on Party in Space Islands, and this is Moon Rock Island by Vamp Celestial. I thought that was so perfect because space, the moon, Space Island, rock, Earth, noggin, it's just firing on so many levels. It's a beautiful little piece. We hope that you enjoy it. We'll see you next week for the next episode of My Singing Monsters Live. Christina, thanks so much for joining me on the show today. We loved having you, and perhaps we'll see you around the My Singing Monsters Live studio in the future. All right, we'll see you next week, and until then, happy monstering!